Citrus growers in southwest Florida say they're very aware of environmental concerns. Here on this 6,500-acre grove owned by Hancock Citrus Limited in Hendry County, 1.2 million citrus trees coexist with 3 freshwater reservoirs. The reservoirs serve as habitat for thousands of wading birds and wildlife like otter, deer, and alligators. The managing general partner for Hancock Citrus Limited is better known as Chops Hancock. Can you tell us a little bit about your operation?
We've tried to develop this grove here in living with the environment to protect those who were here long before us. The fish in the lake are very good. We're very keenly aware of the runoff with regards to sprays and fertilizers so as not to contaminate the lakes. We designed the system and the grove so as to use what is here. We've dug no wells. We've drilled no wells on this property, which is very unique. We thought that it could be done. We took the risk and the chance. We have proven it, and we can survive without the use of deep water wells. The reservoirs, as you said, we use to store our water runoff and our natural rains, natural seepage of water out of the ground. Then we recycle this water through the irrigation system, the drip system that we imported from Israel here. And through this system, we not only irrigate the trees, but we also fertigate, which is the use of liquid fertilizers to precisely put it exactly on the root systems where and when we want it. Therefore, the efficiency is 100%, alleviating any runoff. So we don't take any water out of the aquifer, nor do we pollute the aquifer. We're just basically totally contained out here. Mainly the 2 types of systems that are used in the groves today now are the drip system like I have, or the micro mini sprinkler, which are very small under the tree as well. Different type, both low volume systems, both very efficient management of water, and the old farmers that still flood their fields are converting slowly to these types of systems. We're all going to have to. The water management districts are going to mandate this.
Do you feel that the South Florida Water Management District has been very cooperative with this movement of agriculture and citrus to the south?
All water management districts in Florida are walking a tightrope. There's a no-win situation for them. They're in the middle between the users of water, the municipalities, the homeowners, if you will, businesses, and us out here in the rural areas, the farmers. So it's their job by state mandate to balance the efficient use of this water. And of course there's a continual argument of who needs the water, who has the first right to the water, how much water. We find that they've been very good to us. They are a bureaucracy. They are very slow. It takes a lot of patience in dealing with them. There's a lot of red tape. There's going to be more of this, so there's no use getting mad. You must need to understand them better, and in return, we as farmers are trying to get them to understand our needs.
Is it worth it to you, the big move from Central Florida, dealing with all those devastating freezes, to an area where you're dealing with so many regulations and this concern over water?
Sure it is. Up there, I couldn't depend on the weather. 3 freezes in 3 years. The bankers ran out of money and I ran out of patience. So I had to go start my life all over again and borrow all over again like most farmers did. And I felt like that if I wanted to stay as a farmer, then I had to move south to evade the inclement weather. So I traded off some weather phenomenon for some governmental red tape, but you find that in all areas of the business anyway.
Which brings us to the study that IFAS has been awarded by the South Florida Water Management District because of concerns about encroachment into wildlife territory, or what all of the agriculture moving to the south will do to wildlife. In any way, are you involved in that study? Will your acreage be looked at?
Sure, we signed our farm up here as a cooperator in this study. As you know, this far south, Hendry County is on the northern fringe of the Everglades. The Everglades is a national domicile that is being protected, and rightly so. And I think all of us out here in the urban area, rural areas, should be keenly aware of this. We don't wish to displace any of the animals. We wish to live in harmony with them. And for that reason, we very much and wholeheartedly support this wildlife study to see what it is that is happening. We have found that the wildlife has actually increased here on the farm because there is more of a food supply than what there was. The lakes that we built, we had to build a certain amount of acreage to hold a certain amount of rainfall and natural runoff that the Water Management District required. We almost doubled the amount and took out of production what they asked us to do. So we're giving back more than what they ask. We have seen more wildlife come to the farm now. A good example is this afternoon. I showed you one rookery. There's anywhere from 3,000 to 5,000 birds a night that go into that one rookery for them to roost at night. There's over 30 different species that we know of. We do have good fishing here. We do have a lot of alligators and snakes and turtles and what have you. And we've basically moved them from one part of the farm where the citrus is now planting to another part, and they seem to be doing fine. We do see occasionally some panther tracks that cross the farm. We've never seen one, but we know that they're in the area, as well as deer and turkey. What all of this means, I don't know. That's not my field of expertise, but we know that we seem to be living in harmony with them, so this study will actually tell us whether or not we're doing this.